The Stoic practice of journaling, writing for the soul. There's something sacred about a blank page. It's quiet, it's patient, and it waits for you. In a world filled with noise, distraction, and endless demands, the blank page offers a mirror, one that reflects back not who the world thinks you should be, but who you really are. The Stoics knew this well. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, left behind Meditations, a private journal never meant for the world, yet it became one of the greatest treasures of philosophy. Why? Because through his writing, Marcus was not speaking to us, he was speaking to himself. And in doing so, he revealed the timeless truth. Journaling is not about recording the world, but about shaping the soul. In this video, we'll explore the Stoic practice of journaling, why it matters, how the great Stoics used it, and how you can use it today as a tool for wisdom, healing, and inner strength. The nature of journaling in Stoicism. For the Stoics, philosophy was not an abstract game. It wasn't about endless debate or intellectual pride. It was about living well, living wisely, living with virtue. Journaling was their way of applying philosophy to life. It wasn't about keeping a diary of daily events. It was about confronting the self, about asking, what did I do today that was wise? Where did I fall short? What can I do better tomorrow? Seneca once wrote, "When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, aware of this habit of mine, I examine my entire day and go back over what I've done and said." This wasn't idle reflection. It was an honest audit of the soul. Through writing, the Stoics practiced courage, not just in the face of war, power, or death, but in the hardest place of all, the truth about themselves. Marcus Aurelius, journaling as self-reminder. When you open Meditations, you notice something strange. Marcus isn't writing for readers. He's not trying to impress anyone. There are no polished arguments, no rhetorical flourishes. Instead, there are raw reminders. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Why did Marcus write these? Because he was human, because he struggled, because even an emperor needed to be reminded daily of what truly matters. That's the power of Stoic journaling. It is not about pretending to be perfect. It is about creating a conversation with yourself that keeps you aligned with virtue, with reason, with truth. Journaling as medicine for the mind. We often carry thoughts like heavy stones, anxiety, regret, anger, fear. We bury them, hide them, or let them spin endlessly in our minds. But when you write, something shifts. The page becomes a release. The thought that haunted you suddenly looks smaller, less threatening. The fear that overwhelmed you becomes manageable once it has form and structure. Epictetus taught that it is not things that disturb us, but our judgments about things. Journaling helps us see those judgments clearly. It untangles the web of confusion. It turns vague emotions into something we can examine, challenge, and reframe. Writing is not just recording, it is healing. It is medicine for the mind and balm for the soul. The practice: how to journal like a Stoic. There is no single correct way, but here are timeless methods inspired by the Stoics themselves. 1. Morning preparation. Start the day by writing down your intentions. What kind of person do you want to be today? What challenges might arise? Marcus Aurelius would remind himself every morning, you will meet people meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. By anticipating challenges, you strengthen your mind before the day begins. 2. Evening reflection. At night, review your actions. Where did you act with wisdom? Where did you fail? Seneca advised this daily practice of self-examination not as self-punishment, but as growth.
This is how you sharpen the soul day by day. 3. Writing as self-reminder. Write down truths you already know but often forget. Life is short. Anger is pointless. Virtue is the only good. These reminders may seem simple, but repetition ingrains them in the heart. 4. Writing for gratitude. The Stoics practice seeing blessings in every circumstance. Gratitude journaling is not just about listing nice things. It's about training the mind to see the good, even in hardship. 5. Writing to reframe. When faced with pain, loss, or difficulty, write down your perception. Then ask, is this within my control? Can I see this differently? This process turns suffering into strength, adversity into wisdom. Journaling as a mirror of mortality. One of the greatest themes in Stoic writing is mortality. The Stoics did not avoid it. They faced it daily. Marcus wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." Journaling about death is not morbid. It is clarifying. When you remind yourself that time is short, you stop wasting it on trivialities. You stop holding grudges. You stop chasing shadows. Instead, you live with urgency, gratitude, and presence. The page becomes a sacred place to face the reality of life's brevity, and in doing so, to live more deeply. Why journaling still matters today? We live in an age of speed. Our minds are constantly bombarded with messages, notifications, and distractions. Rarely do we pause long enough to hear our own thoughts, let alone challenge them. Journaling is an act of rebellion against this noise. It is a return to stillness, a practice of carving out a few minutes to sit with yourself, to think, to reflect, to remember what matters. It's not about writing beautifully. It's about writing truthfully. It's not about producing something for others. It's about producing clarity for yourself. When the Stoics wrote, they weren't curating Instagram captions or seeking validation. They were building inner strength. They were fortifying their souls against chaos. You can do the same. The soul's dialogue. At its heart, Stoic journaling is a dialogue with the soul. It is you speaking honestly to yourself. It is you holding yourself accountable. It is you remembering who you want to be. No one else needs to read it. No one else needs to approve. Because it is not a performance. It is a practice. And through this daily act, you begin to notice changes. Your thoughts become clearer. Your actions more deliberate. Your emotions more stable. Slowly, the person you aspire to be begins to align with the person you are. This is why Marcus Aurelius' meditations still resonate today. It is not the diary of an emperor. It is the diary of a human being wrestling with life, just as we do. So, if you feel lost, begin writing. If your mind is heavy, begin writing. If you want to live with wisdom, begin writing. The Stoic practice of journaling is not about recording history. It's about shaping character. It's about finding stillness. It's about speaking truth to yourself in a world that tries to drown it out. A blank page awaits you, and on that page, you may just discover something you've been missing. Not the noise of the world, but the voice of your soul. If this video has inspired you, take a moment today to begin. Grab a notebook, write a line, write a page, just begin. And remember, like Marcus, like Seneca, like Epictetus, you are not writing for the world. You are writing for yourself. If you found value in this exploration of Stoic wisdom, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us bring more timeless philosophy to light. And maybe, just maybe, the next page you write will be the one that changes your life.